MMA Junkie begins its Of the Decade countdown with Hawaiian fighting sensation Max Holloway, whose 22 UFC appearances since 2010 are the most of anyone on this list. What also separates Holloway from anyone else on this list is the fact he suffered a loss in his UFC debut. At just 19 and with a 4-0 record, Holloway made his debut as a short-notice injury replacement, fighting Dustin Poirier at UFC 143. Poirier proved to be too much on the night, beating Holloway by first-round submission. The fight lasted just over 3 minutes, but anyone who watched could see Holloway possessed talent well beyond his years. He just needed everything else to catch up. 3 consecutive wins let the world know Holloway was worthy of his UFC roster spot, but then came a low point. Holloway lost back-to-back fights, starting with a questionable split decision against Dennis Bermudez and ending with a unanimous decision loss to Conor McGregor in August 2013. The defeat to McGregor proved to be a game-changer in Holloway's career. After that, he transformed into the pound-for-pound great we know him as today. He put together a 13-fight winning streak in the featherweight division, lighting up high-profile names such as Cub Swanson, Charles Oliveira, Jeremy Stephens, and Ricardo Lamas en route to his first UFC title fight. Holloway's first encounter with the gold came at UFC 206 in Toronto, a city which over the years has become something of a second home to him. He ran through Anthony Pettis to claim the interim belt, propelling him into a title unification showdown with Jose Aldo at UFC 212 in Rio de Janeiro. Holloway went into Aldo's backyard and TKO'd the Brazilian to signify a changing of the guard at 145 pounds, then did it again 7 months later when he stopped Aldo in the rematch at UFC 218. 2018 wasn't a kind year to Holloway. He was forced out of 3 planned title fights due to a variety of reasons, but he ultimately rebounded from that dreadful year and put on one of the best performances in title fight history, defeating Brian Ortega in lopsided fashion at UFC 231. The decade didn't close out on a particularly great note for Holloway. He moved up a division and lost to rematch to Poirier for the interim lightweight title. Then after returning to featherweight to defend against Frankie Edgar, had his title reign come to an end against Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 245. It was a disappointing end for Holloway, but as he would say, it is what it is. With the UFC record for most significant strikes landed and featherweight records for wins, finishes, knockouts, and more, the numbers show Holloway deserves his place on the Of the Decade list, regardless of dropping his belt at the very end.